And we'll see if he can even up the series going into game number 4. Alright, going to game number 4 here between Soma and Snow. It's going to be on Overwatch. Spawning up here at the top left-hand position as the white Paras. It's going to be Snow, which means that down here as the blue Zerg, it's going to be Soma. But yeah, going back to the last game, like I said, I think Overpool is just better, in my opinion. I think Zerg should always be going Overpool. I think that the best build against Zealot first, against Gateway first, is going to be Ling speed. It's going to be 9 pool speed, or just 9 pool. Because Zealots are forced to bring back, stay at home, and Paras cannot go for that very quick Nexus right after the Zealot pressure, because obviously there's a lot of Lings out on the map to keep him honest with his Zealot defense. But, you know, I could be wrong. I think some pros would disagree with me, saying that 12 hatches may be better against the Zealot first. But we'll have to see. This is a really odd pylon placement, I've got to admit. Oh, you know what? I think it's because if you put it here, Forge Gateway walls it. Oh no, Forge Gateway shouldn't wall it, I think. No, it does wall it. This is jutting out by 1 pixel more. Yeah, I think if Terran goes Supply Depot, Gateway, walls. So that would be a full wall here for Paras. Ooh, uh-oh. 9 pool here coming out for Soma. But 2-player map, very fast probe scout. We'll see this early 9 pool. It is a gas trick 9 pool though, so Soma is going to be not fully committed into this 9 pool, but we'll see the Forge coming out right away. Yes, there it is. Cannon's going to be probably placed back here. And Snow doing his best Bisu probe micro impression. Oh, the drone is quite low actually, 14 HP. Some nice micro from both players here. And these first 6 Zerglings will come out, and then he will bank up for the 300 minerals in order to go take his natural. And here it is, the drone is moving out. No, he's taking the gas. What? Very curious here, actually, just go right for the gas. I think maybe he knows that he needs to wait for these Zerglings anyways for the hatch to go down. But looks like gas before hatch. It's an interesting play here. Pro is doing a good job here of delaying these Zerglings by a little bit. He's trying to block them as much as possible. And he is wasting a couple of these Zergling movements here on this probe. So not a bad use of this probe micro here. And yeah, even bringing the Zerglings back here, the Zerglings even move this way to attack the probe. And these cannons will be already done. He just needs to bring a couple of Zerglings here, I feel, to wall off. And here we go. Yep, cannons will be done right in time. And going to go right into that Nexus. We're all on 15 supply, or 60 supply actually for Snow. I think he overmade a probe. I think the most efficient is 15 probes. But again, like I said, I could be wrong on all of this information. This is what I've been told at least. Or what I've seen from some of the old replays. This could be a new style. They could be saying like, hey, 16 is actually the most optimal number to stop probing at. I always thought that 13 probes was actually the most optimal, but I feel like that's definitely wrong. But anyways, we're going to see the Zerglings coming in here to chase the probe away. It will see that the layer is coming down here. And no third hatchery. So this is a very fast layer here from Soma. Could be seeing another maybe 2-hatch lurker play, 2-hatch muta play. And maybe play this out almost like a ZvP game. The Similar is now almost finished here for Snow, so he will be going to tech. And we'll see what he techs into. Will he go into the traditional Stargate play, or will he go for a faster box facility against lurkers? But right now it's all coming down to what Soma is going to end up teching into here. He's got no gas though. Oops, sorry. This is very interesting. No gas here. He's just going to go into a third hatchery. And he stopped making gas. So this could be a fake for all we know. No, drones are going back into gas. Could be Hydras maybe. Hydra Den after this. He's playing a very curious game here. Not going for that third hatchery over at the third base that you would normally see. Could be slow lurker drop, I would say. On Overwatch, it's not a bad idea. if we look at the map, there is a spot here for slow lurker drops around this area, or even here from the main. I have seen a lot of players go for slow lurker drops on this map. But yeah, it looks like Spire. He's playing almost like a ZvT, where you get a macro hatch here at the third base, or the natural, or the main, and just go into metas. We will see if he goes for that early second gas though, if it will be metas. Otherwise, it's kind of awkward. You know, he does have a drone here at the third base, so I don't think it's gonna be an early second gas. It may be just a transition back into a normal ZvP game. No, second gas is coming down. No Hydrogen. This is so curious. This is a very interesting build here from Soma. And in fact, Snow is so weirded out, or so scared of what might be coming. He's even dropping a third cannon here, investing this defense. Unfortunately, there is no frontal attack that's coming out here. It's just going to be an air attack. Corsairs are coming out. This is very good. He is committing to the right decision. And he does have the extra Dragoon. Dragoon will help a little bit with his air defense. But we'll see how much he commits into these mutas. Spire is almost done. He will be able to make about 4-5 mutas right when the Spire finishes. And otherwise, he is droning heavily. So there's a little bit of difference between this game and last game. This game, he does have the extra hatchery so that he is a lot more flexible with his build. He's got a lot more drones this time. He's going to be fully saturating his natural base. His third base will have a couple of drones here. But as you can see, the mutas are coming out now. Just a couple Scourge with the carapace upgrade. So no mutas actually. No Hydrogen either. What is his plans of defense are? Maybe he's... Wow, this is such an incredible fake out. Snow is I think he's mind gaming himself a little bit here. Yeah, he will see these Scourge. So I think he should cancel. Okay, he does end up canceling the fourth cannon. He did end up metagaming himself a little bit too much there when he saw that there was nothing that was happening here from the Zerg's part. I think that Soma's idea is potentially that because of how delayed this game ends up going, because of the 9 pool versus the double cannon startup, that he's got time to just go for this kind of awkward layer first build into a third hatch, into this 5 hatch macro style. Now he's getting mutas, and he's getting the +1 upgrades. This is so interesting. You would think that now, because he's seen these Scourge, that you would build a couple more Corsairs, but now he's just going right back into mutas production. And I feel like with +1 air upgrades already coming in, and the Corsair count already being this high, mutas here aren't that strong, unless he saw something that was maybe weak in the defense. I mean, obviously this side is very undefended here for the Protoss. And there's only 1 cannon here for defense inside of the main base, but he's got 3 Corsairs now. He's not building any more. This is a little bit interesting. I hate when Protoss players do this, by the way. I hate when they go for 3 Corsairs and they get the +1 upgrade. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, there's the 4th Corsair, finally. I know that Best, I think, does it. It's super weird. He'll go for +1 air attack, and then he'll just stop at 3 Corsairs. Like, it doesn't make any sense why you would invest the 100 into getting that upgrade when you're not investing more into Corsairs. A 6th hatch coming down now here for Soma, and no third gas. So if he's going into all-in with these mutas, okay, I was about to say, he's probably dropping these Hydra and the Evolution Chamber soon. These mutas just could be a very easy harassment unit. So again, it could be just be like an old-fashioned ZvT build where you go for those mutas just for harass and you transition into the Hydra tech, but the Evolution Chamber, get those upgrades, and to Hive. Third extractor now going down here for Soma. And Soma could just be using these for defense. You know, it could be saying, hey, if you go for this big Zealot attack, which you are going for right now, I'm going to be easily able to stuff it and not even have to invest any more units into the into making lings, into making static defenses. So this could pay off for him very well here. They will be seen by these Zealots, and a lot of Scourge here as well. So it could also be to try to deny the massive amount of Corsairs that Snow is now building up to. He's got 5 Corsairs. Scourge coming in here, gonna ward away the Corsairs. But, I mean, this is a little bit multifaceted, the way that he's using these mutas. They will be a long-term investment as well. The end game for them is to be able to snipe off quite a few of those High Templars and get in there and also harass maybe potential third base or even natural base locations where the Corsairs are more out on the map and not focused on defending back at home. A couple of drones have gone down here for the Zerg player with these couple of Zealots, but for the most part, the Zealot harassment has been completely stuffed by the Zerg. And now, as we see, he is going to start going into that mass Hydra production. The speed is finished now. +1 attack upgrade is on the way for our Zerg player. And he's now just going to transition into a more macro style game. So at the end of all this, you know, very nicely done here from Soma. He's transitioned into the mid game fairly well. Meanwhile, Snow, I would say, is slightly behind, just because of the way that the game has transpired with the double cannon early. And the fact that he kind of metagamed himself going for these extra cannons when he didn't need to. He's now finally getting up to this 8 gateway production. So we'll see, again, if he utilizes this to go into that third base or if he's going to go for a big attack. I definitely feel like a third base is a little bit better in this position. Soma has too much macro here, I believe, for the Pro player to go out for a big attack. But here we go anyways, the big attack's coming out. And this is the problem with going for this big attack, I think, is these mutas are going to be so scary to deal with as Pro. If these High Templar get sniped, I mean, you can see here that there's no more drones being made. It's just pure Hydralisk right now. The +1 attack upgrade is going to be hopefully finishing right as this attack comes in. And by the time that attack comes in here, with the +1 attack upgrade and how many Hydras are just being macroed out of these 6 hatcheries, it's going to be really hard for Snow to push in here. I really feel like this it should be a defensive maneuver. He is going to try to expand behind it, but if this attack gets stuffed, it's going to be really difficult. Here come the mutas. The mutas or Scourge are coming back in here. Mutas have just gone ham inside the main base right now. They're just going all in here. Will they pick off this High Templar that's coming in? A couple of Scourge here are trying to pick off some of these Overlords, but the High Templar are going to get sniped. A couple of High Templar really nicely done getting sniped. The mutas will have to separate, but coming back in here, these Zealots are going to go into this attack here, but it's just gotten stuffed. It just got completely stuffed here. There's too much macro behind this, and that was the problem I felt with this 8 gateway harassment, was with the way that the build panned out. Soma had too much macro behind this Mutalisk opener, and especially with how dangerous it is to go into the High Templar with mutas out in the air. You know, even though the mutas weren't back home at defend and they were harassing, they did a good job of stopping any kind of reinforcements coming out. The Hydras are now coming out here. Nice storm there from Snow. Some really bad storm dodge, I gotta say, from Soma in this series. Soma's gotta pull back. This is definitely an overextension by him. He just needs to come up here to this third base and poke and prod at it. Make sure this third base does not easily get set up and force Snow to make big investments into this third base if he wants to set it up. Meanwhile, he's already got a 4th base here. He's already starting to drone up for it as well. And as we can see, his army count is just extremely, extremely high. And these Corsairs are slowly starting to lose their value in this game. I mean, the mutas have effectively done their job. They've really kept Snow on his toes in terms of his High Templar placement. And now they're not really doing too much. I mean, they will be able to get a couple of nice Overlord kills here. But once some Spore Colonies come in here to defend against these Corsairs, well, there's not much for them to do. Hydras do really well against Corsairs, obviously, because Corsairs can't attack back. But also, if these Corsairs get mismicroed even once, I mean, these Hydras are just going to be able to melt them. And as we see here, this is the mismicro we're talking about. 3 Corsairs instantly going down, and this is where Corsairs just lose their value. They can deny a lot of scouting information here from the Overlords spread across the map, but eventually they just start to getting picked off slowly. And they're very expensive to re-macro up for the Pro player. Meanwhile, we're going to see that we're going to go to the the Lurker upgrade for our Zerg player, and he's just going to go into this mid-game transition, getting more hatcheries. He's up now to 8 hatcheries with this 4th base with these macro hatches, and I do expect him to get even potentially another hatchery here at this 3rd base, maybe even another one here at the natural position, maybe one in the main. He's just going to be droning up extremely hard. You see he's up at the 60 drones now. His 4th base is completely saturated. And I do expect him to go into another evolution chamber soon. Maybe go into hive tech. But otherwise, he's just going to try to stuff the army attacks here from Snow. Snow's really the one who has to attack right now. He cannot allow and afford for Soma to completely just annihilate his army like this or continue to macro up. Nice Scourge coming in here to pick up these Corsairs. There's only a couple of Corsairs left over, only 3. All of them are badly damaged, so these Corsairs are going to be very hard pressed to do anything. A couple of well-placed Lurkers here is just going to be the end of any kind of attack. It's potential here that we'll see some kind of Overlord drop as well with how much macro that Soma has. We can see that the supply count is completely evened up. This is not where you want to be as a Pro player. Zerg has now reached that 150 supply mark, so we might see that transition into Hive, just like Game 1, where Soma did have that nice position that he had before to transition into the Hive tech and just completely overrun and swarm the Protoss opponent. And here come the mutas. He actually re-macroed these mutas. I didn't even see this. The Templar are getting sniped out right now. A lot of the storms being used to attack the mutas. Not that great of a storm there. The mutas come in for the last High Templar. The nice storm dodge from Soma, and now we're going to see the army with no splash damage get completely overrun by this Hydra attack. And now the Lurkers coming in as well. A couple of Lurkers getting right on top. And poorly micro. The Lurkers instantly going down. But meanwhile, the rest of the army is falling to these Hydralisks. And now with the rest of the ground army here from Snow being very paltry, these Hydras are just going to go ahead and go for a counterattack. These Zealots are completely out of position. And the Hydras are just streaming now across the map here to deal potentially the killing blow onto the third base for Snow. And once that third base goes down, Snow's going to have absolutely nothing. These High Templars cannot afford to get sniped. Well, there's one snipe on the High Templar, a second snipe on the High Templar, and now the Hydras coming in here. They see two more High Templar. He can get sniped off here. Some okay storms here from Snow, but it looks like that these an Archon getting morphed. That is not what you want here against this mass Hydra force. And it looks like Snow's defenses are completely crumbling here. There's just too much macro here from Soma, and there's going to be GG. Soma is going to take this series 3-1. Really well played by Soma overall, and you know, such a wonky opener from Soma. I've never seen something like the 2-base layer into not make metas, into get a macro third hatch into metas, into delayed metas off of a 3-base, and then into macro. But who knows, maybe you guys can add this build order into your repertoire, or this kind of style into your repertoire, because it was a very, very interesting game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. My name is Flash for the win, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully see you guys in the next StarCastTV commentary. Please support the channel. Definitely give this video a like, and as well as subscribe to the channel. We definitely come out with these replays quite often and bring you as much high-level English commentary and other foreign language commentaries. I know that we have very good Spanish commentator for this channel as well, so be on the lookout for more videos. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye.